Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Nick from Australia Morning Show, episode number 1. I hope you guys are all doing well on this beautiful Friday morning. It is July 7, 2023, 8:07 a.m. here in New South Wales, Australia, especially here in Lismore. And to join me for episode 1 and potentially on a weekly basis, we've got fellow content creator, Warriors NRL Fanatics. How are you, bro?
Yeah, good morning, everyone. I'm doing very well, and this is actually going to be very interesting. It's the first time obviously we're doing this, so yeah, it should be an interesting one. But yeah, it's good to see everyone, and I'm doing very well actually. I hope you're doing well yourself, Nick.
Yeah, no, this is going to be good. Now, this is going to be a very different sort of show to what I've done in the past. We're not just going to talk about NRL. We're going to talk about other sports. We're going to get into a bit of the Premier League. We're going to get into maybe a bit of basketball, maybe a bit of different things all over the world. We might even talk about the fucking weather. Who knows? Who knows? Plenty to talk about. I mean, the world's crazy. But how's things been on your end, my friend?
Yeah, it's doing all right. Yeah, I'm still personally obviously struggling a bit. Still looking for work in that, but other than that, doing okay. Besides a little bit of stuff personally in my life. So yeah, what about yourself?
Yeah, no, things are good in my world, bro. Yeah. Could be better. Could be better on a personal point of view, but can't win them all. Can't win them all.
Yep.
But hello to the chat. I'm not it's going to be very hard for us to get a big crowd at 8 o'clock in the morning, but I can see we're getting a few people in here now, and I'm pretty happy that we're starting to get a few people in here. I know it's school holidays as well. Hello to Nighthawk Gaming. Hello to Devils underscore Psy, Nathan Moore, Pro Enzo Vids, Flash Yellow, and everyone that's tuning in. Make sure you guys like the stream, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Warriors NRL Fanatics channel. The link to his channel is in the description box down below. And, well, we haven't got like a bunch of topics to go over. We're just going to talk about whatever comes to our mind. And I want to start off with a bit of Premier League chat, Fanatics. Now, I know you're a big Manchester City fan, and I'm a Chelsea fan. What have you made of Chelsea moving on Mason Mount? I am very disappointed.
Yeah,
he was my favorite player at Chelsea, and moving on a lot of fucking players. But what do you make of Mason Mount moving, going to Manchester United?
Yeah, it's a very big surprise actually. I wasn't expecting him to go to Manchester United. Manchester United, big rivals to Man City. Obviously, we hate each other very much because we're rivals. So yeah. Look, I think he's a good player. He's a really good talent in that. But but shocked by that. Actually, I was very shocked that he was going to move to Manchester United. I always thought he was a Chelsea player for the next couple of years, but he's moving on. So yeah, it's quite disappointing if you're a Chelsea fan at the moment. So.
Well, I thought he was going to be at Chelsea for life. I thought he was going to be a one-club player, but no. The whole club is a mess. Like, the whole club's a mess. Like, seriously, going into the Premier League this season, I don't know what expectations going to be for Chelsea. It's going to be hard for us to do anything good. It's going to be hard for us to be in the top 6. I don't even know how we're going to go. I have no idea.
Yeah.
What's your view on Chelsea going into this year? Do you think they're going to be improving? Because last year was a complete disaster, as we all know.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a real tough one because obviously I think Chelsea have got a new manager as well.
Again.
Which is very interesting. I think it's Pochettino, who used to be a manager at Spurs, Tottenham Hotspurs. He did a pretty good job there in that. But yeah, I mean, look, I think it's tough to say with Chelsea because they could either be a top 6 team or they could be a top 4 team. So it's really hard to say. But in the past, obviously, they've been challenging for the top 4. So I don't know. It depends on the signings they make, really. It just all depends on the new manager and how he can get this squad together. So
yeah, nah, it's weird. I don't know what the fuck we're doing. I've no idea. We just, I don't know. We're letting go of a lot of our good players, man, and it's going to be very tough for us this season. I don't think we're going to be down the bottom, but I don't think we're going to be at the top either. I don't think we're going to be pushing for top 4. I really don't, unless we go out and buy someone big name. Because I feel like it all started Fanatics. This whole thing started where it was 2021, and we were pushing with Man City and Liverpool. We were pushing for the Premier League. We were first at one point that season, and we were trying to win the Premier League. I know we won the Champions League that year, and that was outstanding, and we deserved to win that. But
yeah,
we lost how many cup finals to fucking Liverpool from penalties? What I think it was FA Cup final, the Caribbean Cup final. Like, we lost so many games. Like, we lost so many finals to Liverpool by penalties, for God's sakes. And it seemed like Chelsea's problem was they didn't have a good striker. And now I'm looking at us and we're just blowing up the whole team. I'm worried about this season. I know Leicester just got relegated, which I did not expect to happen at the start of the year. I hope we don't go down the same path. I don't know. I'm a bit worried. But I think we just got to keep building around the young guys like Conor Gallagher. Like, I'm a big fan of his. I think he's a really good player coming through. And we're just going to work out the best team. I'll tell you this as well. I'm glad we moved on from Lukaku last year.
Oh, yeah.
He's fucking hopeless. But
yeah, he's not really a good. Well, he's not really a good player in my opinion. But I don't really rate him highly.
He has his moments, but
yeah,
it's going to be very interesting how Chelsea go this season. Very interesting. I'm aiming for like maybe 8th spot, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just hope we don't go down the toilet again, because I don't know what the fuck happened last year. But what about your boys, Manchester City? Expecting another big year?
Yeah, look, obviously, it was a great season. We won the treble. We won the Champions League for the first time in the club's history, and it's obviously we've come so close in the Champions League. A couple of quarterfinals, semi-finals, one final that we couldn't get over the line against Chelsea. But yeah, look, it was just a season to remember because. Obviously we were expected to win the Premier League. That was a tough battle with Arsenal at the start, but Arsenal did fade away towards the end. We just timed their run very well. Erling Haaland had a great season. First year in English football. He was on fire, and we had some great players like Ilkay Gundogan, who's leaving. He's heading to Barcelona, which is a big blow for us. We are rumoured to be after a couple of players as well at the moment, which will be interesting. So, yeah, look, I think this season, we're still going to be challenging for a lot of titles, a lot of trophies. I think the Premier League will be, a tough one, I think, going 4-4 in a row, which has never been achieved before. The Champions League is always difficult. But, yeah, look, I think the aim this year is probably to win the Premier League again and, go well in the Champions League. And hopefully, who knows, maybe in the other cup competitions. But I think 2 trophies at minimum this year would be, something that we should be aiming for me. But, if we can win all of them, that'd be awesome as well. But I think 2 trophies, personally, this year. But yeah, it's been a great season, and I'm looking forward to this year as well. Looking forward to the next season.
Yeah, well, it's not far away now. We got about what's the start? August 12, and it's about a month. Plus, you had the 7 days. We got about 35, 36 days till the Premier League starts.
Yeah,
and obviously the first game of the season. Yeah, 35 days away. It says here on the Premier League app. And Burnley up against Man City to start the year. Not a bad. Man City probably win that game, but just quickly before we move on to something else.
Yep.
What would you say would be your early top 4 for the Premier League in order from 4 to 1?
Yeah, look, if I'm basing it off right now, obviously the transfer window is still going. Obviously, there's still a lot of clubs still looking to sign players and that, and obviously I'm going to be biased. I'm going to tip my boys finish near the top again. I think they'll finish first. Arsenal are actually been spending quite a bit lately. They've just about to sign Declan Rice. We were going to sign him, but obviously Arsenal were the highest bidders, so they and we pulled out of the race. Which I think Declan Rice is a good player, good talent, but with the money he was asking, I'm not too sure whether he would have been the right one for us. So I'll still say you can't count Liverpool out of this. Actually, you can't count Liverpool out. I know they had a disappointing season.
Here we go. The Liverpool talk every year. The same.
Yeah, Liverpool.
Yeah. The same.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, everyone's talking about Arsenal. Arsenal is the challenges again this year, but I'll probably say that Liverpool will be up there. I think they'll be back up there again.
So Liverpool will come 4th, you reckon?
I've got Arsenal second.
Yeah.
And I think Liverpool. Yeah, look, I'll go with Liverpool 4th. Yeah. I think it'll be top 4.
What about 3rd?
3rd? Ooh.
It is so hard to pick. You don't know what's
It's difficult, isn't it? It's difficult to say right now. I will say that Arsenal will be up there, Man City will be up there. I think Man United will be up there as well.
Unfortunately, they will be.
Yeah. I hope they don't, but personally, I hope they finish out of the top 4 because they're our rivals. So I hope they fail. But look, I think they'll be up there personally. With the new manager's second year is Manchester United. I think they've had a pretty decent season.
For sure,
being in the top 4 and winning 1 trophy. So I think they'll be up there again.
Just quickly, I'll get to the live chat in a moment. I'm well aware of the super chat. Yeah, look, for me, I think there's a team that you're forgetting about, Fanatics, and I reckon they're going to absolutely explode this season. I am so keen to see how Newcastle United go.
Yeah.
I'm really keen on them. Like, maybe I'm a little too high on them, but I reckon Arsenal will finish. Actually, no. I reckon Manchester United will come 4th this season. Arsenal will come 3rd. Newcastle will come 2nd. And Man City will get the top. Will win it again, probably. I'm keen on Newcastle. I'm really keen on them. I reckon last year was a bit of a building year for them. They did meet expectation last year. They did have a good season, as everyone did expect them to have. And I genuinely believe this season might be the year where they just go to another level.
Yeah, I mean, they had a very good season. I think a lot of people weren't expecting them to be top 4.
A lot of money too. A lot of money.
Yeah, new owners as well.
Yep.
So yeah, I think they'll definitely be challenging inside that top 4. Like, a lot of people expected them to drop off at the back end of the year, and they didn't. So
no, they won't drop off. No, I'm keen on them. Maybe I'm too keen on them, but if they don't finish at least top 4 this year or top 5, it'd be a disappointment for me. But anyway, Flash Yellow, which is, I believe, Viking King. I believe it's just a different name.
Yep.
With the $50 super chat. Very nice way to start your Friday morning. Episode 1 of the Nick from Australia Morning Show. It says top 8. Raiders, Broncos, Panthers, Warriors, Storm, Cowboys, Dolphins, Eels. Wow. So you reckon South's going to miss out on the top 8 and the Sharks?
Oh.
Now, look, I know Canberra 2 games from first. So it's not impossible.
Yep.
The top 4 is not bad. And then Melbourne, Cowboys, Dolphins, Para. Not bad. I mean, the Dolphins one's a little bit of a surprise, but Flash Yellow, thank you for the $50 super chat. Very nice way to start your Friday morning. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's great. You love to set the donations early on. It's always remarkable stuff. All right. Well, Fanatics, I know tonight in the NRL we got the Dragons up against the Raiders from Wollongong.
Yep.
Give the Dragons any chance tonight?
To be honest, no. I mean, no, because look, I think if you look at this season as a whole, like the Dragons have really been struggling, and they're near the bottom of the ladder, and obviously they've got a interim coach at the moment. Obviously, well, they had one win under the interim coach there
against the Roosters on 4-1.
Yeah, the Roosters, that's for sure. That was a surprise.
I picked that game too, believe it or not, if you remember. I picked that game out.
Yeah, well, yeah. But I think the Raiders should win. The Raiders are going all right, actually. They're sitting inside the top 8 at the moment. And I think if they continue to, keep winning games, who knows, maybe a top 4 finish, even though they've got a negative 4 and against, which...
oh, mate, the 4 and against is terrible.
The 4 and against is a bit shocking, really, but if they somehow finish in the top 4, it'll be a surprise with a 4 and against like that. So,
look, for me, Fanatics, if the Raiders are fair income, if the Canberra Raiders are a legitimate team that are going to be, inside the top 8, top 4, they're going to be a really dangerous team come September. These are the sort of games that you have to win. You can't drop these games. So I do think the Raiders will win tonight, but I believe the Dragons are going to give them a game tonight. I think Canberra will win the game, but only by 1-12. I'm expecting it to be fairly competitive. Maybe a 10-point win for the Raiders. I don't know, but
where has it been played? Where's the game been played?
Win Stadium. Win Stadium out at the Gong. They should change it to Loser Stadium until I start winning again. All good, bro. No dramas. But yeah, obviously Dragons up against the Raiders tonight. I think if the Canberra Raiders are a fair income top 8 team, they should be winning tonight's game. I do want to talk about the debut though of Paul Turner, which I'll wait for Fanatics here. He's just coming back now.
Sorry about that.
No, all good, bro. No dramas.
Yep.
I'm just going to ask you about Paul Turner. I know he was at the Warriors for a while. He's going to play fullback for the Dragons tonight. I thought Paul Turner was a 5'8". I didn't know he was a fullback.
Yeah. He played for the Warriors a couple of years ago.
I remember that.
Yeah, he didn't play a lot of first grade. Only reason why he got moved on. He moved on. It went to the Titans as well. Didn't get a lot of first grade there at the Titans as well. I did rate him quite highly as a young talent going through, but fullback, very interesting. I've never seen him at fullback before.
I thought he was like a bigger build sort of bloke. I didn't think he was, I didn't think he had the attributes or the the ability to play fullback. So this will be interesting tonight.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he goes. I'm very keen to see how he does in that position. So, yeah.
I think Canberra win tonight. I think they do.
Should do.
While we're talking about this game, oh shit, there's a late. Oh, someone's been ruled out.
Not really.
Jaden Sewer's out.
Oh.
Billy Burns into the second row, jersey 22. Only just saying that now. Interesting. I want to just quickly say this. I feel sorry for Jack DeBellin. He should be the captain. He should be the captain. Blake Laurie, don't get me wrong. Big prop, does a job, rips in most games, does a decent job. DeBellin plays 80 minutes in the middle. DeBellin should be the captain.
Yeah. I mean, DeBellin played well. I thought he played well against us. In the losing effort there. Yeah, he's been playing well lately, Jack DeBellin. So, yeah, I don't understand it. I mean, he should be the captain personally. I mean, Blake Laurie, I don't know that choice. Yeah, I think it's hard done by, really.
Jack DeBellin should be the Dragons' captain every single week. He's their best forward. He's their leader. He plays 80 minutes. He's their best player, without a doubt. Yep. And there's no one else you could really give it to in the team. So, interesting tonight. We'll see how that game does go. Now, just want to have a look at the weather, see what the weather's doing for today in the area. We'll get to your area in a minute. Here in my town of Lismore, we are looking at a top of 20 degrees today, so pretty nice conditions, not too warm. 20 degrees this morning. 20 degrees is what they're saying. It's the highest it will get. It's currently 13 degrees here in Lismore. Not bad. Wasn't too cold this morning, actually. Woke up at 5 o'clock, and it wasn't even that bad. A little bit nippy in the room, but once you open up the house and you let the sun come in, it's very nice weather. So currently 13 degrees here in Lismore, and I reckon it'll get to 20 today. Sunny conditions, and going into next week, they are saying it's going to be sunny from next week all the way to next Sunday.
Well, yep.
So, beautiful conditions here in Lismore. Now, let's get to your beautiful hometown on the Gold Coast. The weather up there, they reckon it'll get to 21 today at the most. And they're saying it's currently 14 degrees on the Goldie.
Yeah. But
no rain in sight, Fanatics. No rain in sight.
Yep, no rain in sight, which is no surprise, given the Gold Coast is known for its very sunny, hot conditions in summer. But perfect day, perfect weekend as well coming up as well. So sun throughout the week and throughout next week as well.
I must admit as well, with it being winter, you'd expect a bit more rain, but I'm glad it's not raining too much, because every time it rains in winter, it just gets so much more cold. It gets freezing. So I'm very pleased that we've got a lot of sun to look forward to. Maybe we can start getting a tan. I don't know. But conditions looking good. We'll have a look at the weather in Sydney, because I know a lot of our viewers are from Sydney. Oh, Sydney looks outstanding. Currently 9 degrees in Sydney at 8:30 a.m. Nice and a bit nippy down there, obviously. And they reckon 18 degrees is the highest temperature you will get to. Now, it's good weather down there, because obviously next Friday I'll be heading down to Sydney. I'm heading to the Manly versus Cowboys game on the Saturday out at Brookvale. First time at Brookie, so looking forward to the experience to go to Brookvale Oval, and hopefully we get a win over Manly down there. It won't be easy, but I'll tell you that much, but it'll be a good time. And then on the Sunday, I'll be heading to Combank once again for the second time. We'll see Parramatta put 60 on the Gold Coast, hopefully. So they're saying that it's going to be about 18, 20 degrees, all sunny, no rain. Might be a little bit of rain on the Friday, maybe a bit of clouds, but outside of that, beautiful conditions in Sydney. It's always good to see. So yeah, the weather, not bad. It's always good to see the weather. It's always good to see what it's doing. Now, Origin, Wednesday night.
Yep.
Confident for 3-0, or you think my Blues are going to bounce back?
Yeah. Look, looking at the sides, I think with Queensland, it's obviously as expected. They didn't make too many changes, which why would you? Because you've come off winnable games. New South Wales seems really interesting. Obviously, you've got some changes there. You've got Brandon Best coming into the centres. Luai's been dropped for Cody Walker, which I think really is a fair selection. I thought Cody Walker's been, I thought he had a great game against us, especially.
Yeah.
Brandon Best in the centres, that'll be really interesting. I'm not too sure what you think about that, but yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously this is a massive game for New South Wales. They need to win to avoid a clean sweep, and in front of their home fans in Sydney as well. So I think surely there's got to be a bit of motivation to get up and get a result. And there's obviously some players there that their futures in New South Wales are probably under threat as well. There's a lot of talk around Tedesco at fullback and all those other players, and you got the coach here in Fittler, Brad Fittler, who's under a lot of pressure. So it is a game where I think it might look like a game which has not been played for anything at all. But both teams will be going out there very desperate. I think Queensland will want clean sweep. They want the 3-0.
Yeah.
And New South Wales will be trying to avoid it. So, yeah, I mean, look, I want to rule New South Wales out. I know that's a bit strange to say, given how bad they've been in the series, but I wouldn't rule them out. Queensland, going to Sydney, it's not an easy place to go and win. So, yeah, I wouldn't rule New South Wales out, but obviously I think Queensland can win. I reckon we can do the clean sweep, but I think the Blues will be, really much wanting to win this game. They'll be really wanting to desperately win to avoid that sweep. So, yeah, it should be an interesting game next Wednesday night. But, yeah, I'm hoping for a clean sweep for the Maroons, but I have a feeling that New South Wales will be really much up for it than what they were up for it in the first two games.
Yeah, look, we spoke about it on the podcast on Wednesday, and there's a lot of hate towards Bradman Best, Cody Walker, and a few other players, but
yeah,
you got to move on from it now. They'll do a job. They really will. I think Bradman Best, not the ideal selection. A few people would have went elsewhere. I probably would have as well. I would have went probably Matt Burton in the centers, but you got to live with what they've gone with. Cody Walker at 6. Again, I feel like he would have been there in game 2 if there wasn't an injury to Cody Walker's quad. Keon Kalamatangi definitely deserves his chance. I'm glad he's going to debut with Liam Martin as usual in the second row. I'm glad Murray's starting. I think Yo on the bench might be a waste of time. I don't know if he's going to work off the bench. I don't know how that's going to work. And Gutherson as a utility. A lot of people are bagging it, but I actually like it. But
yeah,
Robson for me, obviously I'm a Cowboys fan. I've got the jersey on to prove it, but I would have left Reece Robson out of the team, and I would have put Spencer Leno on the bench because Gutherson's a better utility. Because if there's an injury, Gutherson can play so many positions compared to Reece Robson, who can only play dummy half and lock. So that's how I see it, but everyone's got their own view on it. I think New South Wales is going to win on Wednesday. I think we're a big chance.
Yeah, I could see it happening, but
especially
hopefully
in Sydney.
The Maroons win for me. I'll be hoping for a clean sweep.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of New South Wales fans that are going to be there. It's almost sold out, I believe. I think if New South Wales win, Brad Fittler might get it another year. Who knows? I don't know. I don't think he should. I don't think he deserves another series after losing the last 2 and having really dumb team selection, backwards as hell. But if New South Wales are to win Game 3, he might get another go next year. So Have to wait and see. Far out. But I want to talk a bit about the NBA now. I know you're not really familiar with much of the NBA Fanatics, but I want to go over a couple of things quickly with the basketball. Now, I'm sure you've heard of the Golden State Warriors, who have won a number of championships in the NBA. They've made a couple of trades in the off season, but the big one that they have done, they have moved on Jordan Poole and a couple of other nobodies. Jordan Poole was meant to be the next, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, but that's not how it's gone down. He's been traded, and they have ended up getting Chris Paul. Now, Chris Paul is a bit like, trying to think about it in NRL terms. Chris Paul's never won a championship. He's never won a grand final, and he deserves to win a championship. He's never won one before. I think him going to Golden State is probably his last chance to win one. Because I'll tell you this, Fanatics, a couple of years ago in the NBA Finals, which is basically the grand final, it's a playoff series where first team to win 4 games wins the series. It can go all the way up to 7 games if the series is 3-3. And a couple of years ago, Chris Paul was playing for the Phoenix Suns, and they were up against the Milwaukee Bucks, who've got another superstar player on their team by the name of Giannis Antetokounmpo. Big guy, huge guy. Anyway, the Phoenix Suns led 2-0 in the series, and everyone started talking about, Chris Paul's finally going to win a championship. And, after leading 2-0, they ended up losing the series 4-2. So that was a disaster. And look, I'm not completely sold on Golden State. I don't think they're going to have the best season. I think they'll probably be similar to what they were this year. They came 6th. They'll probably be in a similar position. But I'm interested to see how they go. Chris Paul will probably come off the bench. I don't think he'll start. A couple other trades that I want to go to quickly. The Phoenix Suns picked up Bradley Beal. Again, not bad, but you look at what they've got there at the moment. They've got bloody Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, DeAndre Ayton. I think they've got way too many chefs in the kitchen for it to work. It's like in the NRL when you have too many ball players in the spine. It just ain't going to work. If you have too many guys who want the ball, it's going to be, I don't know. I don't really like this Bradley Beal to the Suns. And I guess I'll just go over the Celtics quickly as a Boston fan. We have made some bold moves, like real bold, man. We've gotten rid of we've traded our heart and soul. He was the defensive player of the year 2 years ago, Marcus Smart. We've moved him on. We've picked up Kristaps Porzingis. He's a big center, big guy. And we've got a couple of first-round picks, second-round picks. Traded a few guys on. But we've landed Porzingis. We've still got Tatum and Brown. We've still got a lot of quality in our team. We're still going to be competing for the championship next season. We're still going to be one of the teams to beat. But I don't know, man. Getting rid of Marcus Smart, I probably wouldn't have done that. But sometimes he's going to take a risk, and that's what we're doing here. So Marcus Smart, it doesn't seem right seeing him in a Memphis jersey. It's really weird, but anyway, it is what it is. It'll be interesting to see how we go this year because the NBA was extremely competitive last season. Like you had so many teams that could win it. Like you had the Sacramento Kings, who never make the finals, never make the playoffs. They're usually a bottom 4 garbage, mediocre team. They ended up coming 3rd last year, and they had a great year. They did go out in the first round of the finals, playoffs, but it was a successful year from them, considering what they're expected. It's like Sacramento finishing 3rd and making the playoffs is like it's like the West Tigers finishing 4th after being bottom 4 for 5 years. It's a big success. So that was good to see. It was so unpredictable. I mean, like you had Boston and Miami fight out 7 games. You had the Bucks go out the first round, which everyone was shocked by. You had the Lakers knock off the Warriors, which I don't think not many people would have predicted that as the year was going on. It was a wild season. And the Denver Nuggets won their first ever NBA championship. First ever. They've never won a championship before, and they finally won one. So that it was great for them to win it. And obviously the guy, Nikola Jokic, the superstar player, he was on a different level. Probably should have won the MVP, but that's sometimes you get a bit unlucky with all that. But yeah, NBA news is going to get bigger, I think, because there's a lot more to come. Hey, Fanatics, bro, what other sports do you watch outside of NRL and the Premier League?
Yeah, so I'm pretty much a big sports fan. I watch a lot of sports. I like to watch cricket.
Yes, the cricket.
Yeah, bit of motorsport as well. Big motorsport fan, Fanatics. So I like to watch a lot of motorsports. Cricket as well. I don't mind a bit of tennis now and then. I only watch the big tournaments.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't mind a bit of tennis. Yeah.
Wimbledon just started. Started the other day, so that's looking good. Who do you think's going to win that?
Well, obviously you got Novak. He's one of the greatest tennis players out there, and obviously I think we've also got that young Spanish kid who's doing pretty well as well. He's doing all right. Yeah, but I think it'll probably be Novak. I think he'll win it. But I'll love someone else win it. But yeah, I'll probably say Novak at the moment. I think he's one of the favourites. So
he is. There are a couple of good contenders though. I'm not a big tennis guy, but I have been looking at it a little bit. And Novak Djokovic, I think he's the greatest of all time. I know you've got a lot of legends in the past like Rafael Nadal and the list goes on and on, but Novak for me is the GOAT. I don't think anyone's has the resume of Novak Djokovic. Like I know a couple of years ago he was in a lot of controversy because he wouldn't have the jab, but you're entitled to your own opinion. It's up to you if you wanted to have the jab. But there are some contenders. You got Carlos Alcaraz, who's improving. He's probably the biggest threat to Novak, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of him actually. Obviously I'm a Rafa fan, but Rafa's not playing the tournament. He's out for the season, so I'm obviously going for him. He's my second choice, so I like watching him play. He's quite young.
I reckon Andy Murray could be a bit of a dark horse too. I really do. I don't think he'll win it or anything like that, but it could be a dark horse to make the final if it goes that way. But yeah, Novak Djokovic, I think he will win Wimbledon. He's paying. What's he paying? He's probably the short price favorite, I'm guessing. $1.55. So shit odds, but he'll probably win. Now I'm just gonna have a look. When does Novak play his next game? Novak. When's his next match? I wonder if I can find it. Oh, here we go. Oh, it doesn't. It's not telling me. I don't know, but whenever he plays again, it will be. Oh, hang on. What's this? This might be it here. Men's singles. Yeah, I can't find it anywhere. I don't know where the fuck it is, but yeah, Novak Djokovic is my favorite winner. The Ashes, bro. Let's have a bit of a discussion about the Ashes. So obviously, Australia lead 2-0 in the Ashes. They need one more to pretty much win the series. What have you made of the Ashes so far? And obviously the outrage from what the English fans, that whole fucking debacle. What'd you make of that?
Yeah, so obviously Australia, they're in the box seat at the moment. They won the first 2 Test matches, first 2 Ashes games, and that second one, there was obviously a lot of outcry around the Johnny Bairstow, I think it was, that went out. The umpire caught it down, and a lot of English fans are saying that Australia were unsportsmanship-like and all that sort of shit, and so look, I think I don't think there was anything controversial about it. I really thought it was. I thought it was the correct call, like, on the field, and I think you go what the umpire says, and I think Australia deserved to win that second test personally. I don't know why there's so many English fans having a moan about it, because I feel like they deserve to win the game. Deserve to win those two games as well. And I thought both of those games they've been nothing in it. Like, they've been pretty close.
They're very tight. Very tight.
And they're playing at the moment. They actually played yesterday morning, and I believe Australia was sent into bat there, and I think England bowled them out there. So
they did, yeah.
Which
263, I think it was.
Yep. So England had a pretty good solid day for the first day, but it'll be interesting to see how England bat and see if they can get some more runs on the board, and see how Australia responds. So obviously you got a very interesting test match. Actually, I think England really have to win. Australia can afford a draw, or at least a win. They'll win this. They'll wrap it up. So I think they will wrap it up personally. I think they will go on and wrap it up. But England's, are trying to keep it alive.
I think the teams that they're really close. Like, there isn't much in it. I mean, England will probably win a game or two.
Yeah.
Personally, I hope they win 2 games, and then we get that last test. I think that'd be awesome. Matt, can you imagine the 5th test? 2-2. It'd be unbelievable.
Yeah,
it'd be unbelievable.
I think. I think it'd be better. I think it'd be good if it does go down to the last game. So,
mate, I think England are a really big chance to win this 3rd test. Like, this is that opportunity, man. I mean, if you have a look at it, England were batting early this morning because it was on overnight. I've got it right in front of me here. So Australia got 263, which is a pretty shit score. England are currently 68 runs. They've got 3 wickets on them, but Joe Root's still in on is on 43.
Yep. Yeah.
19 runs off 43 balls. So England need 195 to win. Oh, it's going to be tight, bro, because you look at it. Well, they've lost 3 wickets already, 68. They've got to get 195. If Joe Root stays in, I think England can probably win this 3rd test. But it's going to be a close finish, I reckon. A real tight finish.
Yeah. I mean, I think Joe Root's the key wicket. Then
you got lots
of Ben Stokes. He can come in and wicket, but Joe Root's definitely the key wicket for England if they're to have any chance.
If Joe Root gets out, I'm telling you right now, if Joe Root gets out, England will lose. They will lose. I promise you. They'll lose. If you have a look on the thing, I've got this thing in front of me right here. It says live win probability. England are a 47% chance to win the 3rd test, and Australia 42%. There's an 11% chance of the draw. So the draw is very unlikely. I don't mind Australia at 42%. I mean, you have a look, you think about it, 42% is not bad considering they've already got 3 wickets and they've only ran for 68 runs. So I give Australia a sniff if I get Joe Root out.
Yeah, and Australia, I think they get Joe Root out, then you've got your Steve Smiths come in and bat. Your Warners, the Quadras especially, who I think Quadras is having a good series so far. Obviously he got that big 100 in the first test, which had a big part to play in Australia's win in the first test match. So Australia got plenty of batting as well, so got to remember that as well. So
Yeah, I think England are in the box seat here. That they have a good opportunity to they have a great opportunity here to get it to 2-1. Give themselves a bit of hope. I must admit, the crowd's been outstanding, hasn't it?
Yeah,
The
it
Ashes.
has been. Yeah, Australia have got plenty of supporters over in England as well. So I think it's probably like some tours, so probably got like a little tour group there. So yeah, they've got plenty of support Australians over there.
A lot
even
of them travelled over too. A lot of them
Yep.
travelled over. That was great. Yeah. Also, hello in the live chat to Jeffrey and the Bundy chick. Good morning. Hope you're
the
both
Bundy
doing
chick.
well. Hope you're both doing very well. All right. All right. Oh, fuck me. Text message. My card runs out soon.
Yeah.
I've got about a month to pay it. Gee, I tell you what, the price of it nowadays, mate, makes me sick. This whole thing where you got to. I think the price of registering your car, I really do think it's a joke. Like, you think about it, you pay $500 to get it registered, probably, roughly. It's around that price. You pay another $500 for the fucking green slip. You pay another probably $200 at the service to get it passed.
Gosh. Yep.
It's oh mate, the price of it is disgusting. Really is. It really is. It's poor. It's really poor. Speaking of the price of things, Fanatics, I'm not sure if this happens up in Queensland where you are, up on the Gold Coast.
Yep.
Only an hour from me anyway. The price of shit, the price of food.
Oh.
Fuck. They got to get the prices down on some of these things. I tell you now.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Like when you go to the supermarket and there, and there's so many things like milk and eggs and all your regular sort of stuff. Everything just goes up all the time. Like petrol as well sometimes.
Oh, petrol! You had to go there.
Yeah,
I was hoping you wouldn't say it. I'll tell you what's an outrage. So you go into Woolworths or you go into Coles, you go into Audi or IGA, wherever you shop, right? And you're going to get a 2 liter Coke. This is especially Woolworths and Coles. Now, this has nothing to do with Woolworths and Coles. This is just the government putting prices up, and Woolworths and Coles have to go by that, I think, anyway. Now, $3.65 for a 2-liter Coke? What the actual fuck? Again, I'll say it again. It's got nothing to do with Woolworths or Coles. This is not an attack on them. This is an attack on the people that make the prices. And seriously, $3.65 for a 2-liter Coke. Like, for fuck's sake. That's an outrage. It used to be $2.50.
Yeah, gosh, that's just it's a lot for a Coke.
It is. Mate, the price of cheese slices. You go into Woolworths or Coles and you're gonna get 24 slices of cheese. Probably last you 4 or 5 days. Might even last you longer. Who knows? And it used to be $3. Then it went to $3.50. Now it's $5. It is $5.
Gosh.
And to get 12 slices, you're paying about $4 as well. Unbelievable. They got to, the economy needs to get the prices down a little bit because everything's too expensive, bro. The cost of living is disgusting. It really is. Like, you get paid from your job or you get paid from whatever you're doing, and you pay your rent, you pay petrol in your car, you pay a few, maybe your phone bill and maybe your electricity bill or something, and you look at your bank account and you're like, what the fuck? I got $120 left to last me 2 weeks. How am I supposed to live? It really is an outrage. It's terrible. It really is. The way things are now, and if you go into Woolworths and you buy there's this stuff that I buy all the time. It's called cream cheese, and it was $2.90 for a very long time. Now it's $3.30. Like what the hell? So putting everything up. It really is poor. So hopefully they get the price of stuff down. Yeah, it's bad. Like, what's next? You're gonna go get a fucking pizza from Domino's, and instead of paying $5, you'll be paying $20. That'd be next.
Oh,
that'll be
gosh.
next. Even a can of Coke. I mean, I'm sure we all love our can of Cokes on any given day, but in particular, a warm summer day, could be going to the beach, might be 31 degrees, warm conditions. You go get a can of Coke from the shop near the beach or something, and $3.50 for a can of Coke. Like, are you kidding me? It's horrible. And the price of petrol, Fanatics. Fuck.
Oh.
The petrol I get is usually $1.85, $1.87. I usually get 91 or 95. Usually I usually get 91 unleaded petrol, and it's like it used to be $1.40, $1.30. Now it's like $1.90, $1.80. It's ridiculous. It's about $1.90 roughly. It shouldn't be that much. During the flood in Lismore, like the big flood that happened, 2 years ago, just about, or a year and a half ago, 18 months ago, the petrol prices up in Ginelaba were about $2.05. It's paying $2.10 for petrol. How fucked is that?
Wow. Yeah.
Advice to everyone. Don't get your license. You go broke.
Even paying for a license is expensive.
Yeah. You do the test, and then you do the. Well, if you go for your L's, you're paying about $40. Do the test, I think. Actually, no. Yeah, $40 to do the test. You pass it, and then you pay another $25 to get your license there on the day. It's about $65. It's fucked. And then to do your P's test, you're paying about $60 for that as well. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. The price of shit these days, does your head in. Hopefully everything gets cheaper, but I doubt it. Highly doubt it. All right, Warriors and our Fanatics. I reckon that might wrap up episode 1 of the morning show, my friend. Yep. Mate, it's been a lot of fun actually. It's been different, and we'll definitely be doing this again next week at some point. I'm not sure what day, but I'm sure we'll talk privately about that. But mate, thanks for joining me for episode 1 of the morning show. Appreciate it.
Yeah, well, it was it was great. It was a great show actually. I really enjoyed it. It was something completely different to what we usually do. Obviously, we do a lot of rugby league content, but this was something completely different. So yeah, I actually enjoyed it. Actually, talking about general stuff, and different sort of sports as well, and that. And yeah, look, thanks, Nick, for having me on, and I'm sure we'll probably do this again, obviously next week, maybe. So. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
No worries, and it's we are rugby league content creators on YouTube, and obviously it's good to have do a few different things from time to time. So no, I enjoyed the morning show. I think it was a lot of fun, and we've had a fairly reasonable crowd, especially for a Friday morning at 8:00 when we started. So no, it's been good. And thank you for coming on once again, and we'll be doing it again next week at some point.
Yep, for sure. Yeah.
Thank you to everyone that tuned in. Have a phenomenal Friday. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my day now. Got a lot of things I got to do. I got to try and sort out my tax and shit. But thanks for watching. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to me and Warriors and Fanatics if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys later on tonight for the Friday night football review between the Dragons and the Raiders. But anyway, until then, have a phenomenal day, everyone. See you guys in the next one.